You ever have one of those weeks where it feels like the whole world's just waiting to bite you? Yeah, that was me deep in the Arizona desert, where the sunsets will steal your breath, but the snakes, both with and without scales, are never far behind. I learned a few things out here. Most of all, if you spot somebody standing at your gate, clipboard in one hand, and that fake too white smile plastered on, odds are your day's about to take a turn. No one with a clipboard ever brings good news, least of all in the desert. So there I was on a Tuesday morning, hotter than the devil's frying pan, standing back to admire my house, finally painted just the way I liked it. Deep blue like a midnight sky stretched over the range. Sweat rolling down my neck, paintbrush in one hand and a cold beer in the other. Felt like freedom, I'm telling you. 3 acres, not a neighbor for half a mile, and a home that looked the way I dreamed. For about 5 whole minutes, life was just about perfect. Then I spotted it, a bright yellow envelope stuck right in the hinge of my front gate. Big red angry letters across the top. Violation notice. You'd think I'd torched the place. Apparently, I was now $500 lighter for violating the community color code courtesy of the Red Mesa Trails Homeowners Association. I almost spit out my beer laughing because here's the real kicker, I wasn't even part of that damn HOA. I crumpled up the letter, dropped it right in my fire pit, and toasted its ashes with the rest of my beer. The HOA couldn't touch me. I'd checked the records 3 times before I bought the land. Hell, I made the realtor swear on her overpriced purse this land was mine clean and clear. No bylaws, no plastic smiles, no committees with color charts, just me and my patch of desert. Next day, I'm working on my ATV chains acting up, and I see this white SUV creeping up the drive. Out steps this guy, slacks pressed within an inch of their life, polo shirt so stiff I bet it could stand on its own hair like he's never touched a power tool. Introduces himself as Todd Hayward, president of the Red Mesa Trails HOA. Says it like he expects me to salute. I'd like to talk about the non-compliant color of your structure, he says, giving my house the kind of look my mother used to give muddy boots. You mean my house, I ask? On my land that your HOA doesn't cover? He gives this little laugh like I'm the idiot at the family reunion. Actually, as of last year, the community borders were updated. Your property now falls under Red Mesa's design standards. I stare him down. You got a deed to my soul, too. He pulls out a manila folder, all official-like, all documented here, including applicable fines. That's when I cut him off. Conversation's over, Todd. Take your folder, your fake border, and your fines, shove 'em right back where you found 'em. You show up on my land again, you'll get to meet a rattlesnake. Or worse. He tightens his jaw, walks off with the dignity of a man who's just been handed his own ass, and drives off, probably texting some HOA hotline. That night I dig into the county records, zoning maps, deeds, all the stuff that keeps guys like Todd awake at night. Everything's clean. My land was never part of Red Mesa Trails. So if something changed, it meant somebody was up to no good. That's when I get an email, no subject, just a line. They're lying. Keep everything. Trust no one. SR. Yeah, that didn't help me sleep any better. So I go full war mode, pull out every document, every receipt, and start digging. I don't back down from fights, and it was clear this one wasn't going to end with just a letter. A couple days later, I noticed fresh tire tracks by my eastern fence. Not ranch truck tracks, these are skinny close to the house. Walk the fence line, find cigarette butts still warm. Someone's been watching me inside the damn fence, that's new. Cameras go up that afternoon, every corner, motion sensors, night vision, the whole 9 yards. Next morning, a drone comes buzzing over my workshop. At first, I figure it's some bored teenager, but this thing hovers circles, drops down toward my bedroom window. Nah, I don't play that game. I pull out my Remington, track it, and send that drone straight to drone heaven. Pieces rain down, and I'll admit I enjoyed it. Felt like winning one for the little guy you know. Didn't take a day for the sheriff to show up. Young deputy looks about 12, trying to keep a straight face under the sun. Got a call about a drone incident, Mr. Miller. Claims you destroyed property belonging to the HOA. I invite him in, pour him water. Show him the footage. He watches, nods, says, honestly, I'd have done the same thing. I ask him. Drone's normal HOA procedure. He shakes his head. That's harassment, sir. You should talk to a lawyer. So I do. Call up Linda Nash, reputation for being about as subtle as a car crash. I send her everything, videos, violation notice, even Todd's precious new zoning maps. She calls me back that evening, no small talk. They're bluffing. You're not in the HOA's jurisdiction, not even close. Their maps are garbage and someone's faked them. She's already filed a records request with the city. That's when the second email hits, same SR address. This time it's a PDF. Push through jurisdictional expansion while city planning contact is still cooperative. Kent has spoken to Sheldon. Final signatures needed by month's end. Turns out Kent is the HOA's lawyer and Sheldon's a city zoning official, one who's a little too friendly with HOAs that grease the wheels. Now it's starting to stink. The neighbors who used to wave start ignoring me. A lady down the way films my house. Facebook's buzzing with posts about me being dangerous. HOA flyers with my name on them show up in the grocery store lot calling me militia crazy. Linda tells me this isn't just bullying. They're building a safety narrative so they can escalate. Keep everything. And don't confront anyone alone. But I'm not afraid. I'm mad. So I wait, document, reinforce my gate, and keep the Remington close. Sure enough, one morning I hear the front gate creak, metal on metal, not the wind, not an animal. 5 of them marching onto my land. Todd at the front, 2 community standards enforcement goons, Kent the lawyer, and a private security guy with a sidearm. They start measuring, taking photos, giving me their official inspection routine. I stay calm. You've got 60 seconds to get off my land, I say loud and clear. They smirk, push further. So I step inside, grab my Remington, walk out, gun pointed up, click off the safety loud enough for everyone to hear and rack a shell. That'll get your attention. You're trespassing. Final warning. And then boom, 1 round into the sky. Birds scatter. One guy drops to the ground, the rest backpedal like I'd unleashed a pack of coyotes. Make your call from outside my fence, I tell them. They scurry off, and 15 minutes later, sheriff's units roll up. I show the deputies my footage, deeds, and license. They nod. Looks like they're trying to push you into a corner. I'd upgrade that gate. 3 days apiece. Then I get a letter, fancy law firm official is all get out. They're suing me, brandishing a deadly weapon, threatening behavior non-compliance. They're painting me as a domestic terrorist in pastel legalese. Linda just laughs. Their map's a joke. They can't just redraw borders and claim your land. This is a dictatorship with beige siding, or it would be if it were legal. She files a countersuit, trespassing, defamation, abuse of process, attempted coercion with falsified documents. Then the real bomb drops. Linda gets an anonymous email, 2 internal memos showing Kent and Sheldon cooked up the map change with metadata emails, all of it. Kent promising Sheldon a steak dinner for pushing it through quietly. Linda files a motion subpoenas fly. The judge is not amused. And then out of nowhere, Simon Reed shows up at my door guy, who'd been sending me those emails. He used to do contract work for Red Mesa until Todd and Kent told him to purge any document showing my land wasn't inside their lines. Simon started saving everything just in case. Now, with him willing to testify, we had a whistleblower HOA corruption top to bottom. The court date comes. The room's thick with nerves, smells like old coffee and panic. Kent and Todd act cool, but I can see the sweat. The judge, stone-faced, lays it out their case for dangerous homeowner hours for fraud and trespass. Kent tries to paint me as a menace. Linda calmly shows the security footage, the real maps, the emails, Simon's testimony. The judge isn't buying a bit of Kent's act. Then Linda drops the hammer, a notarized deposition from Sheldon, admitting he never approved the new map. The county's metadata matches. The HOA forged the expansion and tried to extort me. The judge goes pale, stares Kent down, and says, "This court finds Mr. Miller acted within his rights." And the HOA officers committed multiple acts of civil misconduct and record tampering. She hits them with $120,000 in damages, legal fees, and an order to fix their charter so they can't pull this stunt again. Todd practically deflates in his chair. 2 weeks later, I throw the biggest damn barbecue this side of the county. Neighbors who'd been hiding show up with beer stories, folding chairs. Turns out half the neighborhood hated the HOA too. As the sun drops, a guy named Nate, new president of Red Mesa, shows up. Says the whole board flipped. They're rewriting the rules, trying to actually listen now. We joke about grass measuring. He salutes my land starts where your nonsense ends sign and stays for a burger. I won. Not because I barked the loudest, but because I never let go of the truth. Proof beats panic every time. You gotta be louder than the lies, and yeah, a shotgun percussion helps too. So tell me, where do you draw your own line? What would you have done if your HOA tried something like this? Drop your stories, your thoughts, right down there in the comments. Let's see how you'd handle a desert full of snakes, clipboards, or otherwise.